Welcome back to FreshPlays, y'all.
Welcome back to FreshPlays.
Check
It's
out
another
this.
day, it's another play.
Hey, that's really good.
It's another
day.
And another play.
and another hey 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 hey.
When you're in the town with the FreshPlays.
Yeah.
And that's the part where it shows all of our faces and puts a little title
Oh.
there.
Ba-dun-dun.
Ba-da-ba. Boop. Die thing.
Is that your silly sound that you like so much? Boop.
That's
Yes,
true.
yeah, the boop.
Yeah, the
That's
boop.
me
With poking, though.
with poking
he
on
likes,
the sides.
He likes
yeah.
to poke.
The booping.
It's so
likes
funny
the
because
poke.
we record these episodes and then I like forget about it and then I watch the episodes and I'm like, yes, callbacks! So it's good that we have this recorded because otherwise I would have forgotten that I said these things.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I do wonder, like, going back, if this is going to become like an archive of my life at this stage.
Yeah.
It will definitely.
Like, instead of showing slideshows of when I was a kid, I'll get my grandkids and show them YouTube clips.
Ori's in the
This is the part where I tried to kill a bunch of frog monsters. I don't know why I became southern all of a sudden when I got old.
yeah. Why that happen? Where are you living?
Jeff, you gotta use more attacks
No,
than just
it doesn't
the one.
hurt them as much. If you X, it does like 0 damage.
Well, then you know what you should have done when we leveled up last time?
You got me.
I'm not even gonna look at you. You're looking at me. I'm not looking
I'm
at you.
staring at both of these men right now like, come on, come to the dark side.
No, I think that's the gimmick of these enemies is that you get, and that's why they put so many of them.
Can we s-
Oh, check out
Ooh,
that
that's-
move.
That was cool.
All right. So something I'd like to talk about in this episode.
Yes.
Spoiler alerts to people that have not seen Age of Ultron.
Which I think, like, statistically is like 3 guys and a dog, right?
Yeah, I think it's been.
I figure if you're watching our playthrough of this game, you
Yeah.
probably are someone who's seen that.
Right,
Yes.
we mentioned that we were going to go see it. You've had a week to go see it.
Get with the program.
No, I'm not even being aggressive. Just saying, like, I feel like now you've got to have heard stuff about it. Like, so I just want to talk about it. I
Okay.
want to talk about our thoughts
Get your feelings
on the
out
movie.
there.
I want to discuss some points that people are missing.
I brought slides.
Here's my my
Real
binder.
quick, we will
on the
throw
movie.
up, just in case you are annoyed, we will throw up a annotation. Click on this annotation if you want to skip any kind of Ultron spoilers so you can
Yes.
stay playing this game with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to alienate anyone who just was here for Ori and not for Marvel Comics spoilers.
That's true, but hey.
Just like, ow.
And
Oh.
I'll alienate whoever.
Okay, so for the first order of business, let me check my notes here.
Yeah, really. Mike, put down the PowerPoint, Mike. Mike, put down the PowerPoint.
Just so
Mike.
you guys know, Mike he reads the comics. He's like into the lore.
Yeah,
this is
Mike
a man
is
who plays
a Marvel
the games.
Maverick. Yeah.
I like it. So, Age of Ultron, I believe, from my knowledge, is based on Ultimates 2.
Okay.
Yes.
The comics.
Very good.
We know.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
I'm
So,
just gonna believe anything you say.
and I hope that I'm getting my facts right because it's been a long time since I've read them. So, what were you guys' thoughts? What'd you like? What you didn't like?
Beth, why don't you go first?
Beth, you're
Okay,
up.
well, this is pretty hefty.
Here we go.
Get hefty.
We talked a little tiny bit in between episodes that it was like, no, wait, let's talk about it during the episode.
Here we are.
I have complicated feelings about Age of Ultron because I loved it when I watched it. I had a great time. I really enjoyed what they did to like humanize all of the characters. You've got gods on screen, and somehow you made me care about how people were feeling.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
They're human bits.
I like
mean,
all
the
the
so-
human bits.
Yeah.
And so I left the theater feeling really satisfied. This was a great movie-going experience. It's
fun.
what I was wanting, and it delivered on all fronts. And I love Joss Whedon and the respect that he pays to his characters. I'm a huge Buffy fan. I'm a huge Angel fan. You know, the stuff.
Yeah.
And so my conflict comes with all of the criticism that this movie has gotten, specifically like from feminists and people against misogyny and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
To the point that Joss Whedon had to disable his Twitter account.
Well, small correction. He didn't. He left
No?
because he's writing another. He came out and said, like, they did an interview with him on BuzzFeed. And he's like, yeah, no, I left because I'm about to write another movie and I don't need all that noise in my life.
Oh,
Like,
thank
it wasn't,
God.
it wasn't
Okay.
because
Also-
of
That
it.
makes me feel better.
There were
Yeah.
and it's because of the media. The media is like Joss Whedon disabled his Twitter because of all these things. So
Yeah.
sensationalism in the
Okay.
media. So
Yeah. Well,
I
okay,
feel
cool.
better
good,
about that.
Good news.
Yes. But still, what
Cleared up.
happened for me is that I like the movie passes the Bechdel test.
Which is?
Bechdel test. Alison Bechdel is a comic artist who established this thing that you can test a movie's kind of what.
I just wanted to say resave.
Yeah, I'm killing this
You
man
can't.
and now I'm gonna resave.
Okay, cool. I just wanted. Sorry, go ahead.
she developed this test for movies where you can say like, okay, is this movie paying a bit of respect towards its female characters?
Right.
And all it is number one, there's 3 things to pass the Bechdel test. Number one, are there two characters, female characters with names?
Yes.
So that's the first thing. Number 2, do they talk to each other? And then number 3, do they talk to each other about anything other than the main male lead?
Right.
And this movie does pass it because Scarlett Johansson's character talks to,
Mrs. Barton.
About the baby.
About their child, yeah. The
Yeah.
third.
And that's all you need. Just
Yep.
that one
Yeah.
little bit of
Just
dialogue.
acknowledge
Bada
it.
bing, bada boom.
It was cool. It was good. Humanized both
And this
characters.
I'm not watching the movie like looking for that kind of thing,
Uh-huh.
but I do notice when stuff like that happens because I'm aware of it.
Right.
Anyway,
Which is good. It's good to be aware.
Yeah, I felt like a lot of respect was paid to every single one of the characters. And
Yeah.
the buddy comedy of the whole thing was great.
Yep.
And my concern for my own personal feelings about the movie came after like so much hatred and venom came out of these criticisms, because I'm not one to like stick to my guns all the time.
Yeah.
Like if a million people are saying that this movie was sexist, maybe I should step back and look at the movie and say, well, do they have a point?
Yeah.
And I'm confused because I don't really think the movie was sexist.
No.
And so that's my conflict with it. It's hard for me to
Yeah.
talk to people about it because it's such a controversy right now. And I don't, it tires me out to talk about it.
I think
Yeah.
it's been sensationalized. I think that it wasn't sexist, mainly because the whole time, if you look at it, Scarlett Johansson's characters was, in fact, rescuing Bruce Banner the entire movie until the end.
Yeah.
She's the only one that's able to calm him down.
Right.
So he is the princess in this story. He needs to be. He is looking for her to help him the entire movie until spoiler alert, she pushes him down the thing and says, "I need the other guy." Gives him a kiss, knocks him down. Hulk comes out, and then she grabs on, and then they run into battle.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I thought they handled that very, very smoothly. I don't think it was sexist.
Can you launch off
at
of
all.
that thing in the middle?
I don't think so, no. I've been trying to figure this out, but I'm actually not sure where we're supposed to go right now. Because this is backtracking. But
Well, no, it's not, because there's a...
Oh, isn't it? Oh, I thought it was for sure.
No, because you go down.
I'm a dumb. Sorry.
Jeff!
Go. Oh, okay. Go back up.
Why?
It said you could grab onto something. Never mind.
Well, I'm dead. Anyway,
Okay.
continue.
You get the chance anyway.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, Black Widow, I think they handled her pretty well. I didn't feel uncomfortable in any of the scenes. I thought everything was handled very smoothly. I don't understand why they're saying it's so sexist, because I didn't think it was. She kicked ass.
Like, you
she was
can
pretty
argue
awesome.
that points were because we're living in the year that we're living in, and some
Right.
things are just naturally sexist because that's the culture.
Yeah.
So to say that it's not sexist at all is kind of a sweeping generalization, but I
Did I
don't
say that?
think... Not exactly.
Okay.
But I don't think that it warrants like the amount of just crucifixion it's gotten.
Sure.
Well, and there's another thing too where there aren't
And also,
very,
it's not from like the leading critics who are saying these things
right.
either.
Right.
It's just
It's from people just on Twitter. And
people
stuff.
who want to be upset about something.
Right,
Yeah.
which is annoying. There also aren't a lot of established female characters, superheroes in the Marvel world. In the
So like
Marvel
this one
Cinematic
represents
Universe.
all
Yeah.
women.
Exactly, and now we have Scarlet Witch, which she is awesome. She's badass. She's probably the most powerful. I'm gonna say it, mutant in
No.
the X-Men. Like in the, yeah, I'm
You
sorry.
can't call them that.
I'm sorry. I should call her enhanced.
We have an enhanced
brew to
in the
that.
brew.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited to see where they take her, because she is the most powerful. She affected every single person on the Avengers team
Yeah.
single-handedly, except for Barton, because he.
Yeah, she
the way they played that was
technically
awesome.
destroyed a part of Africa.
Yeah. What?
It was her
Bruce
doing.
Banner,
Yeah.
Oh,
when
yeah.
the Hulk went through and went blah, 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 and all
Yeah.
those people.
Again, it was a little ridiculous, but right here.
Yeah, I know. I did it before.
What do you
Oh,
have to
you
grab
did it
onto?
before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
So the other thing, people, I talked to my mom and I talked to another guy I work with, and they were very, very upset, and they couldn't stand by all the destruction that was caused. That's a big plot point.
And we
that-
discussed like what scenes, and it's specifically the Hulk scene and
it's
the
specifically-
Hulkbuster scene.
Yeah, Hulkbuster and Iron Man. I'm sorry, Iron Man as Hulkbuster and fighting Hulk. They
Yeah.
they level so much of that that city, and I'm sure they kill a bunch of people.
They do, yeah.
All that stuff happens. So people are like, I don't know. It's again, I feel like it's the Superman, Man of Steel, where they just level all the entire, where I don't know if it's
but
Metropolis,
I felt like they went, at least to me, I felt like they went out of their way to show people, like every time a car got flipped over, well, not every time, because, you know, obviously not, but like a lot of times when the car would get flipped over in a building, they would show, like, they had the whole thing where Iron Man scanned and was like, oh, there ain't nobody here.
Yeah.
And they took a lot of time to show civilians getting out.
He tries to take Hulk out of the city.
Before
too.
that,
like,
he tries.
Definitely make moves towards that.
So
we're not arguing that doesn't happen. It's just that some people we know were upset by how much destruction happened out of that scene, and Mike's, I think, going to go on to explain why.
So to that point, there's a specific moment on the aircraft carrier where Bruce Banner has got like a blanket on.
Yeah.
And they say, I can't remember word for word, but they say, Bruce, like they're looking for you.
Yeah.
Like, so in the comics, this is what happens. He kills 1,000 people or so in the Battle of New York, I think.
Okay.
So they lock him up. They say, Hulk, you are literally a danger to everybody. We need you locked up. So they lock him up. He doesn't want to be around.
You can run on the side. You don't have to jump.
That's true. I keep reading climb.
He doesn't want to be around anybody.
Yeah.
So that's a whole thing. He's gone now, which kind of happens at the end of the movie where he runs away because he needs to be isolated. Like there's no other scenario where he can be around people. Okay. So, going back to all the destruction, they were setting up for Captain America Winter Soldier.
Nope.
You mean Civil War?
I'm sorry. Yes, Civil War. Captain America Civil War. Because they're going to go back home and the U.S. government's going to say, you guys you guys can't do that.
Right.
You destroyed a city, you killed a bunch of people. You have to register.
Right.
You have to register if you have any sort of mutant power or... if you're a god or a superhero,
if you're enhanced,
yeah, you need to register with the U.S. government. Captain America isn't about that,
right?
So he's gonna say no.
I don't want to spoil anything for the next movie.
I mean,
because you've read the comics, so you know who sides on what side and whatnot.
Okay.
So let's stay away from spoiling that future stuff.
Okay. That's fine. If you haven't read it, I would say Civil War is a great story.
Climb.
Yep. I got you.
But Ultimates 1 and Ultimates 2 is a pretty fun read if you guys are interested. So, anyways, going back to all the destruction, it's going to be justified in 2 years when they release Civil War, which it's cool.
Yeah.
And then the other thing...
Wait.
I have to go down there.
Can you find something to help you save?
I'm looking, but honestly, I haven't seen anything yet.
If you go left more, would there be crystals over there?
That's where I just came from.
No, not down left, up left. The water.
Maybe.
I'm like desperately trying to.
Yeah,
find
I know.
I
feel it. I'll feel it. I'm feeling you. Yeah. To the point of the destruction. Yeah. Although again, I felt that because I feel like a lot of what the film was about was consequences. We establish these heroes, we establish their powers, we establish what they're doing. Let's look at the consequences of them in this world. So the violence has consequences, their pasts have consequences. That's what the whole infertility thing was for both of them.
Yeah.
Like Hawkeye is humanized because he's got people like a lot, and we were talking about this. Part of the reason why it was so effective in making us care about these characters.
Okay.
No! Oh wait, no! I'm so sorry. I know. Anyway, part of the reason why we cared so much about these characters is that we weren't really scared that Thor was gonna die or that the Hulk was gonna die.
Yeah.
We were worried about all the collateral damage because it was very good at showing that the violence has consequence. And I think I'm alright with that. I get why people are saying that like, oh, it's too violent and stuff. But I think the movies that really glamorize violence are the ones that gloss over the consequences and don't treat it as something with weight, with emotional depth to it. Like the movies that really have a problem with violence are those that don't show Bruce Banner wrapped up in a blanket trying to reconcile with what he did.
Yeah. And what's cool is, like you're saying, it's going to be like all the violence is going to be justified in the next movie where they say, you guys can't do this anymore.
Right, there will be consequences.
So there will be consequences, and it's going to be a whole movie based on those consequences.
Yeah.
Now my biggest fear is what happens after Civil War. Where's
Thanos?
Miss Marvel.
I know, but like at that point, I don't want to say that I don't want to see any more Marvel movies, but like I'm kind of done with
I heard you say that today,
and it hurts me. It shocked you, and it's shocking me because now we find out that there's going to be 4 new Spider-Man movies. Nice. We were not cheering for the Spider-Man movies because that's really sad.
Cheering for the save point. Oh my god, all the relief.
I'm nervous that they're going in a direction where, like, where are they gonna take Iron Man? Where are they gonna take?
They're gonna stop. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. isn't signed on for anything after Civil War.
Is that true?
So basically, the Infinity Wars doesn't include Iron
I
Man.
don't think so. And if it does, it's gonna be a different.
It'll be somebody else.
Different actor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't want to throw out too many. Yeah, this is so hard because I don't want to spoil too
Then
much.
stop talking about
Yeah, I gotta stop talking about it. So, anyways.
And besides, like, we're at the end of the episode, so...
Yeah, true.
That annotation. Hi, welcome back.
welcome
this
back.
is the end of the episode. Sorry.
We're underwater now.
guys.
Yay.
But don't worry, we didn't get super far, because Jeff dies a lot.
Oh.
When we come back,
Ah.
more of the same. Also, no spoilers. When we come back, no spoilers.
Yeah, we won't talk about spoilers.
We promise.